Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ebony Championship Wrestling. Welcome to the podcast where the square circle comes alive and we deep dive everything WWE from a diverse perspective. I am the Jackie Miles, and I am blessed to get to share the screen with my crew here. My boy Griff, aka Griff Nation.
What up, everybody, man? Happy New Year to everybody here, man. I'm excited. This is a great time to be a wrestling fan, to kick off the new year. More importantly, we're here for the Royal Rumble. I'm waiting to dive into this Royal Rumble with my brothers and talk some good old Rumble.
Find Griff on Instagram at GriffNation84 and on X at CGriff84. Rounding out the screen trio is Montay, aka Coach Montay.
What's up, everybody? Happy New Year to y'all, brothers. Cannot wait to talk about the Brahma Bull making a surprise return. Let's get into it. Let's get it.
Find Coach on Instagram at Coach Montay24. And behind the scenes shooting dice with the security is our wise man, BDixx. Find him on Cash App at BDixx989. Find us all on Instagram at Ebony Championship Wrestling and on X at Ebony Champ Rest. We couldn't put forward the link. This episode is brought to you by Elite Swing Baseball. Hit them up for all your home run hitting needs. Gentlemen, welcome. How we feeling, boys? I see y'all got on the maize and the blue. Hail to the victors.
Yeah. Griff, man, you can go.
Go
Man,
ahead,
I just want to send a shout out to all the Nittany Lions, the Terrapins, the Buckeyes, the so-called Crimson Tide, and the wannabe bandwagon Huskies. Y'all didn't get the job done. No matter what you threw at us, go blue, 2024 champions. And I told y'all don't let Michigan win on my birthday, because they won on my birthday to kick off the new year.
Nice.
But
Big 40.
yesterday, yes, sir, big 4-0 now. Don't feel like it, but guess what?
Happy
It
birthday,
is what
my
it
boy.
is.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I appreciate it, y'all. And thank you
Happy
all,
birthday, my
everybody
boy.
that's watching and those that send all your texts and share stories. I try to read them, try to reshare them, repost them, which I can. I'm still getting to them, but y'all know me every year when it comes to my birthday. It takes me a week or two to get back and respond to everybody. But yesterday was more special, not because I turned 40, not because Michigan won, but the numbers signified my greatest basketball player, my best favorite all time, Kobe Bryant, which was 8-24. So that's what made yesterday more exciting. And now I'm here, recharge, rejuvenate for New Year, kick it with my bros here, and we have a lot to talk about. And I'm just excited to dive into a lot of WWE and wrestling world today.
That's it. And Happy
Coach,
New
how
Year,
you feeling,
Jackie.
bro?
Happy New Year. Yeah, good, man. Good. Oh, yeah. It's always good to see y'all. Happy New Year. It was a pleasure to share the house with you for a couple weeks, man. Your niece was, that's what it's about, man. Family, that time of year. It's good time. Good to see everybody, man, and hang, and to have y'all down here at our house was a blessing. And more importantly, man, leading up to some great football, obviously the bowl season, but more importantly, the Rose Bowl, seeing that with you, and then what we did last night, go blue all the way. I'm proud of Jim Harbaugh and the boys getting it done. No matter what they say, they can't take this away from you. Let's enjoy it. It's just been a championship epic week, championship holiday. And also, my boys, the boys down here, NFC East champions. So I've been all smiles this week. Great, great week of wrestling. Obviously, that we can't ready. I'm ready to dish and get it going, man. Good to see you, Jackie. What's up with you, man?
Man, all is good. All is well this way, man. New year, same OG, Let me say this, man. A couple things. Number one, congratulations to the Lions and to the Cowboys for making the playoffs.
Yes.
I know y'all been speaking about this all season. As the resident Rams fan in the building, I just want to say Rams by 30 over the Lions.
Wow.
And I'm speaking it into existence right here, right now.
That's a hot
They put
take.
a ban. They put a ban on the man's jersey, on Matt Stafford's jersey.
Wow. That's
they
crazy.
don't want Matt Stafford's jersey in the building. Are you kidding me?
That's stupid.
Rams by 30.
Stupid.
He is going to put he is going to put up numbers.
Yes.
We'll discuss that later
Wow.
at another time. He's going to put up numbers. But
Naysayer, please.
next,
Naysayer, please.
we took 2 weeks off, and I got the chance to go down and kick it with Coach for the full of the 2 weeks. And BDixx came down as well. And let me tell you this, man, we had a time.
It was a very time had
Boy,
by
we
all.
had a time. Texas
Yeah.
Longhorn basketball, Lions
Yes.
and Cowboys football.
Yes.
Everything.
New Year's Eve party jumped off, man. We had a time,
Yeet.
brother. Let me
Yeet.
say.
Yeet.
But it's always good to get with family, man, and
Yeah.
and chill and relax and just
Oh
kind
my
of,
God.
you know, be around each other and just no yeet. I'm on the no yeet team as well, B. But yeah, it was good to get together. But man, excited to get back into wrestling, man, and discuss with you boys.
A lot.
Let's jump in, Coach. What you got for us?
Man, a lot. Yeah, working. Hey, no other place to start but day one, epic night once again, and I couldn't wait to have this discussion. CM Punk, I'm gonna set the stage for y'all. CM Punk comes in and gets the pop and shatters the records. So basically, the Rock Dwayne Johnson just said, "Hold my beer," and let me go ahead and get all my socials back and break another record for y'all. He's back, giving obviously with Jinder Mahal, giving that comic relief, but more importantly, the punchline at the end. So let's get into it. What did y'all think about him making another return? But this time it seemed like it was some purpose. So what you think, Griff?
It was definitely a good surprise, but on the other end, it wasn't too much surprise. I think I texted this to Jackie that during the Rose Bowl, there was a footage caught with him and Pat McAfee and Nick Khan in the tunnel, and Nick Khan was trying to hurry up and hide from the camera, and fam, Dallas is literally right down the road. Shout out to Dallas. He was at the Rose Bowl too for the Alabama game. And literally it's right down the road from Burbank Airport, and San Diego's really like a 2-hour drive, which is like a 45-minute flight. And I said, oh, Raw's in San Diego. They took my surprise champion. I literally thought it was going to be Dave Bautista because it was going to be close to the Hall of Fame. But once I saw that, and then Nick Khan was with The Rock, I said, oh yeah, they're pretty much heading to the airport and get on that private jet coming to Raw. But it was very surprising as well because you've seen the fans excited. You've seen Samantha. Of course, I know y'all seen her video. Shout out to Samantha. Today's her birthday as well as my birthday twin. But yeah, she's surprised with her and Michael Cole and all those that was ringside. It was a great surprise, man. But now this one has a little bit more purpose because, of course, the little tease promo at the end where he decided, like, hey, I want to go out. Do I want to sit at the table? Do I want to sit at the bar? Or do I want to sit at the head of the table? So we know that's acclimated going. So it looked like WWE is finally pushing forward for this match and this moment to happen. The question is, what venue, what time frame, and how they're going to run this with so much, here.
Yeah. What you think, Jackie? You chime in on?
Always here for a rock pop. When Griff sent me that pic, when Griff sent me that pic that morning, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But always here for a rock pop. I mean, him saying that, I knew it was coming. I hadn't seen the clip yet, and I text Griff this, and I was like, I knew what he was getting ready to say, and yet it still brought me chills. Just the thought of them finally putting this together and maybe moving forward. I need to see a little bit more before I get like truly excited about this, and I don't want to be let down.
Right.
But I need to see a little bit more from it. But I'm excited for it if that's where we're headed. And
absolutely.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, yeah, exactly. Right into that, we'll see. It was happy to, I'm happy to see him come, do that. First of all, the segment itself was funny as shit anyway, because, I don't know why they picked Jinder Mahal as a sacrificial lamb. We can continue to
put
talk
some
about
respect
that,
on that man's name.
Put the respect on his name because we're going somewhere with that. So I know there's reason for it, but when he was in Boulder, guys, if y'all remember when he was at was that game day for the Colorado game that weekend? I think
Yeah,
hell, he
same
said in
thing.
his interview
Yeah.
it has to be the perfect time and setup.
unprecedented.
So yeah, and it has to be something unprecedented. So whatever they got baking, he my personal feeling, I think I told you this, Jackie, when you was down here. I let him, or maybe I might have told you, Griff. I would rather see him go at it in elimination chamber. Maybe I'm still biased to Cody keeping his spot. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be. I'm still a fan of the finish the story. So, you know, I think he deserves that. But there's a lot of memes on there. You know,
Speaking
yeah, saying sorry,
speaking of
Cody.
Cody, the story situation with Shinsuke right now,
Yeah,
that's gold. I don't know if y'all noticed, but
it is
like we
gold.
need to put a little bit more respect on that. Like that feud is
Gaining
really
some
really
steam.
hot right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, bro. Like that feud is really really good, and I
Hmm.
hope it doesn't end here. But
True.
I got a feeling that Monday night was the ending. But I want that needed to be like a WrestleMania type situation, Griff.
I agree.
Before I go into that, man, again, I want to shout out the person that's doing the graphics, the anime, the little
Hmm.
cartoon things with that. Like
Yeah, that's
it's
nice.
something new, and it's hitting on point. You know, not just with Shinsuke, but just with that storyline as well, man. But man, that I mean, that's definitely a good key matchup that they had. Great match. You could tell the chemistry and things was there. That also catapulted Shinsuke. Not much as Cody, I will
Mm-hmm.
say, but at the
Hmm.
same time, it do kind of catapult Cody in a sense because again, we own this, and I
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
alluded to this last year, a little bit too, in 2023. If Cody's on this train or this journey about finishing the story, he has to go through a lot of adversity and challenges that's like the
Makes
roadblocks
sense.
to getting his way to get to the end of that story. So we seen that with
Mm-hmm.
Brock and how he had to go through Brock that whole summer to gain that respect, and then we also
Yeah.
knew that it was going to be more things thrown his way. Now we seen that with Shinsuke just recently, and now it's like who's next. So I think Cody's going to be on that rough going to finish the story. But with The Rock coming back, I don't know how that's going to look
Yeah.
and how creative is. And remember, I said too, fellas,
Right.
but last month I said during the holidays, creative got a lot of work to do. Now
Right.
CM Punk comes in,
Mm-hmm.
and me and my cousin were just talking about this the other day. He's out in Atlanta. He just finished his he worked with the Falcons. We were talking, just catching up. He said, "Man, bro, have you ever just sat down and just like pondered how CM Punk return to Rock come back?" How that kind of like
Hmm.
really like jeopardized a lot of different creative storylines, not just for the talent, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
also Cody and the bloodline and everything else. Cause now, how do you insert? How do you call that audible now? You know what I'm saying? So now all our brains are like,
Yeah.
what's going to happen next? So I said, the smart
Right.
marketing that they're doing. The marketing is that we don't know what's going to happen, but now it's putting all the fans on their toes, even on the other side, the independent fans, the AEW fans, because they want to know what's
Yeah.
going on because nobody don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah. You mentioned Royal Rumble. I think that's kind of where hopefully we can get more clarity on that where they want to go. But yeah, to your point, Griff, great
Mm-hmm.
point. And then Jackie, I'll let you chime in. Yeah, he has to face some adversity. He's got to, and that could start. If he's done with this Shinsuke deal, I agree with you. I agree with you, Jackie. It's gold. I think they can do one more. Get one more match at it. At
Sure.
least a Hell in a Cell. Give us something. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
to both your
Up the
point, he
ante.
has to. Yeah, he gotta face some fire here. I personally don't think he's gonna win the Royal Rumble. They'll try to, they might try to finagle. Who knows? Triple H might try to sneak him in some way somehow. Elimination Chamber, but yeah, he's gotta.
There's
We'll
too many
figure it out. But
options,
yeah, what you
right?
think, Jackie? Too many options. Yep.
Too many
There's too many
options.
options for the Royal Rumble, right? Like, and I know we're gonna talk about this down the line more and more and more as we
Hmm.
get closer. But there are so many
Yeah.
people who could potentially win the Royal Rumble. L.A. Knight over
Right.
on SmackDown, Randy Orton, AJ Styles hasn't won one yet, has he? Right, like he could
We,
He
potentially
has
do that.
not
And
since
then
he
over
has
on
not.
Raw, you
Yeah.
still got Yeah, so you still got Cody, you still got Shinsuke. Like, there's a lot of Jimmy and
Mm-hmm.
Jay. Like, let's be honest, like
It's
they got the
wide open.
potential. It's so many
Solo.
people who could win this. Yeah, Solo, right? Exactly. Like, so many people can jump into this thing and potentially win it, and it
Yeah.
makes sense for them to win it. And I think that's exciting for
Mm.
wrestling, right? I think
It is.
that's an exciting time because now it's like we don't know what's coming, and I'm on board for it all. So
Yeah, everybody, and to your point, Jackie, everybody has a case for success. Everybody has their like,
yep,
look, this is what,
yep,
and everybody, and the thing that to your point, Brent, I mean, Jackie, the wrestling is good now. Everybody's connected somehow now. This is the first time where
yeah,
everybody has a storyline connected. Like maybe
yep.
it's like what, maybe
Every
eight to
piece
10
matches.
dudes. Yeah, every piece matches and it fits,
Yeah,
man. It fits like a glove. So like we said to end the year off, this is the best WWE has been in the spot has been in a long time. And this is I've never been more excited for a Royal Rumble, in a while. So yeah, I'm here for it.
good
As
deal.
many as we've seen to watch
I'm
together,
ready.
gentlemen, this one is gonna take the
This
cake,
one,
especially
yeah, this one
with our
feels
boy The
different.
Rock. Yeah, it feels different.
Yeah,
Especially with The Rock lurking.
yeah,
Because I mean, if you look at this Rumble now, it's loaded. You know what I'm saying? Like we
Yeah,
even
yeah,
discussed the women's side yet. You
mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I mean, you got
Yeah, good
CM
point.
Punk that's back. You got the Usos and possibly Solo,
Shit, yeah,
Gunther.
same point.
Whoever surprises, The Rock could surprise and be in the Rumble. Who knows? I don't know. Brock is on
Yeah,
alert. I think he's gonna be coming out of hibernation real soon as
Forgot
well. I
about
mean,
that.
Sheamus is soon to return. You know what I'm saying? So it's so much.
Forgot about that
Um,
yeah,
fool.
yeah, firepower. Then
yeah.
you got a fatal 4-way for the main event with LA Knight, Orton, AJ, and Roman. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I
Oh,
mean,
that's right. They're not in it, but
it's looking
yeah,
powerful.
So yep,
yeah.
it's a great segue to the next point there, Griff. So obviously, um, let's talk about it. I think Roman is this first time he has the true bullseye on his back. I love the segment with Nick Aldis. I thought that was gold. I think that the way, hey, this is my deal. I call the shots. I think this was the final one that everybody wanted. So like we said, we talk about guys that has a case. Randy Orton has a case getting knocked out 18 months, right? AJ Styles getting getting the crap beat out of him by the bloodline, coming back jacked. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And of course, LA Knight just lurking around for a rematch. Gentlemen, his stage is set. Do you think what you think about this fatal 4-way? Could it steal the show? Obviously, they won't be in a Rumble, but hopefully, this could steal the show. And what you think about this matchup?
If you needed something more to build up Roman, this is it. This
Okay.
is it. Because there's
I agree.
no singular man who can beat Roman right now, right? And that's the point we're getting across in wrestling right now. That Roman is so good, no singular man can beat him. So he needs a challenger that actually stacks up to what he can do,
Mhm.
right? This man is about to pin all three of these dudes. So this man is about to pin all three of these dudes up his level, and he's gonna go into WrestleMania even hotter because I think this built like him beating these three, you can only throw the Rock at him at this point, right? Like that's the only star power that's gonna
Wow.
get him where he needs to go for
Great
WrestleMania.
point.
So I
Great point.
I love the thought of this fatal 4-way because they're three big
Yeah.
names and he's gonna beat all three of them. Hook or crook, I don't care. It is what it is as long as he walks out with the title because
Yeah.
he's a heel. He can do whatever he wants to do. And then
He
we
gonna
set
have some
ourselves
help
up
too.
for a great
So
WrestleMania match. Of course he
he
will.
gonna have
Of
some
course
help.
he will.
What you think,
Griff, what
Griff?
you think?
Well, let me go ahead and get my first advertisement out the way then. So, and
Oh
still,
Lord.
and still, levels above, and still. But
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense because I kind of called this on our last show that it's not going to be a 1-on-1 at the Rumble. It's going to be a fatal 4-way. It's perfect because you got to catapult Roman. You know what I'm saying? But the main thing is. You don't want to bury Orton right off the bat. He just returned. You don't want to give him his pinfall right away. AJ Styles just went away, came back. You don't want to put him down. And then, of course, LA Knight lost a crown jewel. he still haven't got his rematch clause yet. So it
We can
makes
bury,
sense.
we can bury him again. We can bury him
pin.
again.
Yeah.
No, I'm just.
And
He gonna
he's
take
pretty much
that
going to be
pin.
probably the
He
one
gonna
going to take
take
the
that
pinfall.
pin.
He gonna take the pin.
He's gonna take that pin. Exactly. You know, and think about it though. Why would you pin LA Knight? Well, it's simple. Because as a top heel, you want to piss the whole stadium off, right? Because everybody's gonna be for LA Knight. So you got to put him in that pinfall situation. But
AJ.
yeah, and what happens is again, you can go different ways with AJ and Randy after this. And Roman needs to like fend off and now focus on The Rock, wherever they decide to do, either
Whoever they
Elimination
decide to
Chamber
pair him with,
or WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm I'm actually, happy for Roman, because for a minute there I thought he was, with the taking the PTO, and I thought he's starting to get lost in obscurity. But this is this plants him right back to just as great as a storyline. Hey, remember around this time last year, going into San Antonio, this is
Yeah.
still a solid storyline for him. The tension with all this there helps it. So that, hey, who's really running the show? I absolutely love that part. And, hey, all this telling him, hey, I ain't no punk. This still my show. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, you got, hey, you just cost yourself a one-on-one match. Now you got 3 guys to deal with. But I do agree. I don't want to see him retain at Mania, but all signs are pointing. I smell something here. But yeah, he comes out of this looking like, looking like gold.
Well, man, let's put it out there. We all agree we want him to snap Hogan's record. So, Hogan's record got to get broken.
Hogan's still a cuss word.
I
on
want
here,
him
but
erased from the book. I want him erased from the whole book. Take this man completely out.
Dude.
Like, beat his record and then erase that man. Like, asterisk that man or something.
Asterisk. Now that's the true asterisk.
I'm sorry.
Wise man, you asked a solid
right.
you asked a solid question to us. Great question. Is WWE in danger of a roster that is too stacked? I'm still thinking about that. I think they're good. I don't think we're
I think they are very good. It could be. I mean, it could be a possible, but I think they're more good because you have the right people in the right seats in the right place and the right roles to handle and maneuver, and you have trustworthy people that's in these seats, and also trustworthy talents with relationships with these people in these seats to know what's going on. So again, going back, keyword audible. I think everybody understands that this is a new business coming in. I'm sure they had like meetings with all the talented rosters, like before they went on air and did a little SmackDowns and Raws and everything else, and say, hey, just let y'all know when y'all coming to work, this is your match on the board. But then right before the show start, you can easily be erased off because of a split change, or hey, we got a phone call, the Rock's coming in, you know what I'm saying, or hey, we got a surprise, we can't tell y'all, but your match and your segment just is not on the list today, and everybody's like, okay, cool, like we respect that trustworthy. So with Triple H, I think it's more of a trust and more of a faith because everybody respects, like, okay, we all understand that. Where with Vince, it's kind of like a more, like, yeah, I don't care about your opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Triple H is more like, hey, you know what? We had you on this week, but fortunately this came up and, we looking at ratings and stuff. We try to get our ratings back up, but we're going to see what we can do for you SmackDown. Maybe we can see what you do for next Raw. So I think sometimes if you see the cross promotions too, I think that's what happens too. Like if some get erased on a Monday, you see them on SmackDown doing a little something too, just to make up for that Monday and vice versa.
Yeah. We agree that the draft is out the window, right? We don't even mention that word no more, right? Yeah, no draft.
I mean, yes, and I like the split promotions, but it's you're right. It's blurred lines. It's blurred lines for sure. But I think where the company is right now, it's it can handle all of the guys that it has. And you're right, Griff. If this is under Vince, this is a totally different situation, and he buries half of this talent. But I also think they're starting to respect the time that they do have on TV, right? Before they were trying to like fill time But now it's like, okay, you get a segment, you get a segment, you get 15-minute match, you get a 5-minute match. You know,
Yeah.
like now there's some things that are happening, and it's working for them, right? Like they're filling a lot more time with a lot more people versus seeing Seth at the beginning of the night, Seth in the middle of the night, and then Seth as the main event, right? There was a time where like they were only like a certain amount of people who had segments, and it was like, dude, why are we seeing this person again? Can we see somebody from catering, right? But now I think it's definitely in a literally chain for 2 hours. It's definitely in a space where now everybody is getting, I won't say equal time, but at least you're getting some time, right? Like some way, like you said, Griff, 1 week or the next, you're getting some time, and I think that's good. So I think it's in a great WWE is in a great space for the talent that they have. Excuse me.
Yeah. Not only
real
are they
quick,
not, they're happy with the time. No, I'm just going to add to what Jackie said. I think I made this point earlier in the month when we first kicked this show off. I think they're happy with not only are they happy with the time, they're happy with the substance of their story. And they believe in it, and they, like I said, everything is geared toward moving them in the positive direction, moving the storyline forward, and then, but more importantly, that Triple H cares about the wrestling. He's putting people out there that can perform and pushing the storylines, and it's very efficient, to the point. So yeah, it's everybody's winning right now. Everybody's winning.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Go ahead,
say,
Griff.
just a quick little example, real quick before we move. I was watching Raw the other night, and I seen like how I was pointing out, saying like even some of the time there was a segment. I think it was the tag champions, the women tag champions with Piper and Cadence and Candice and Katana, and they kept showing like backstage like Indy Hartwell and Candice was watching the match, and what's her name, Tegan Knox and Zoe Starks. So these what I was saying. That's what I was kind of alluding to earlier. Yeah, Tegan Knox. Sorry about that. That's what I was kind of alluding to earlier. Even though they don't have matches or they scripts might get erased, they're still being implemented on the show somehow just to get some kind of time where like if the other person was running a certain seat, you would not seen them or heard from them unless like, oh, this person injured. Okay, we're gonna bring this person up just to fill in that little spot on TV. So that's what I was kind of alluding to about everybody getting a little time.
Yeah, man. Shocker. I'm proud of her. Let's flip to the women here, guys. Hey, we was throwing stones at her for a while, but I'm starting to become a believer, y'all. I'm starting to become a believer in Nia Jax.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Doing what she's supposed to do, performing. Hey, but hey, I'm impressed. Nothing else to say. I was impressed. Glad she got the dub. So what y'all think about the round one between Nia and Becky?
No Lord.
Griff, go ahead, man.
Take it, Jackie.
He went, yeah. He ain't ready yet.
I listen.
I think he's still hating a little bit. Go ahead.
This is a different. It's a different Nia.
Yeah.
She has a different type of swag, I should say. I'm still trying to figure it out. I mean, I don't want to just jump the gun and say she's really smooth and calm and laid back, but she's kind of like portrayed in that area a little bit. But as of right now, I mean, this is like the only person that really can stand up and go at Rhea at this point, face to face, that we have yet seen. That was one of the reasons that she returned, and she made a good valid point. Like Rhea haven't even stepped to her one-on-one yet. Every time you get the opportunity, he's always thrown in a triple threat or some other type of match to steer away from that. So yeah, she's like one of the only ones that as of right now that can step up to Rhea and possibly take that title from her.
Yeah, I'm with Griff. You kind of got to build her up in a sense, and her beating Becky was big, and you got to give respect to Becky for for putting her over. But it was necessary because you do need somebody that's big enough to face Rhea. And I'm forgetting that we haven't gotten a Becky and Rhea situation yet, have we?
Have not?
I don't think we've seen that one yet.
Yeah.
And so that's still on the horizon. So maybe we'll see that for WrestleMania season. Becky Lynch could win the Royal Rumble. But this is about Nia Jax. I don't know if I can be a fan of Nia. I don't know if I can be a fan just yet, but I do see what you're saying. They do need to build her up.
Build her up. So
I'm trying not to hate. I'm trying
in
not
the-
to hate in 2024. I'm trying not
That's
to hate in
no,
2024.
that's what I was messing. That's why I was messing with you
Failing
before I posed the question.
miserably.
Hey,
Failing
wise man said.
miserably.
Hey,
Wise man said too late. No, and
Yeah,
Jackie,
bro.
you and I
Failing
talked about this.
miserably.
Yeah, Jackie, you and I talked about this when you were down here. It's she, like you said, they got to build her up. They have to take her somewhere. I'm proud of her. When I say I'm proud of her, I'm proud of her in the sense that Triple H seen something, and maybe in her training, like, hey, let's do whatever the conversation that they had. For her reset. I'm proud that they're putting her in a position to succeed. With a new finisher. It's the it's the Yokozuna move, but I don't, I don't see, that's all it is the
Effective.
bonsai drop. It's effective.
Effective.
But it's just getting over. And shout out to Becky. I know I was accused of being the Becky hater at one point, saying my piece, but everything she's past tense. Everything that she's touching is kind of turning to gold. She is developing and helping out these building these stars, man. So shout out to Becky. It was a great match. Sticking with while we're talking about Rhea, guys. Ivy Nile gave Rhea run for her money. Another solid match. I think I'm more excited to see her. I didn't realize how strong she was. Them Creed brothers. These three coming out of nowhere, man, and nothing but impressive. So Ivy now giving Rhea all she can give. What you think about that match, Griff?
I want to say about Ivy. I had the opportunity to meet her when they came here for Raw in Grand Rapids. Her and the Creed brothers, man, and I'm impressed with both. But one thing I say about her is she's gonna be a future world champion someday. Don't know when, but she's a when you look at her posture, her body, her conditioning, again, I'm big on conditioning, but she's a workhorse, man, both in the gym and outside the gym. She's very focused. And you can just tell, how you can just look at some people, you can tell like they just really, really like locked in and focused on their job and just focus on being great. And that's what I noticed about her. Even when the camera's not rolling, she just like to herself, but she's very locked in. She has that balance to know like, okay, I could be me and personable, but at the same time about my business too. You know what I'm saying? And just watching that match and her and the opportunity in that spotlight, I saw a future women's champion down the road, man. Maybe sometime in 2024, the end of this year. Don't know which one. She could be on a different show and do it. Who knows? She could go back to NXT and dominate over there. Who knows? But again, by the end of this year, I do see her being a future women's champion.
I called it, bro. Like her and the Creed brothers, Diamond Mine. Like, let's bring it on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, she is good and she's strong, and I'm with y'all. She's going to be a world champion at some point. She showed that she can hang with Rhea a little bit there and build her up a little bit more. I don't think she's like the star,
not yet,
but like build her up a little bit more, and I think you got something there. She's good, man. I'm on board with that one.
We taking her or Zoe Stark as a more upside?
Ivy.
Yeah, I just don't want to answer as fast. Like,
ooh,
respect to Zoe. Yeah, respect to Zoe, because Zoe can go when she needs to, but it's something about Ivy and her strength and how small she is, or whatever you want to say. Like, it's something about that. But like Zoe can go as well, but I edge it to Ivy.
I was going with Ivy too, because they put on, my opinion, guys, they put on a more entertaining match than her and Zoe at the at Survivor Series. In my opinion, just that short little stint there on Raw was more entertaining than their match, for sure. Yep.
Can I say, Coach, the matches on TV now are so much better.
High quality.
The matches on TV are so much better. Tommaso and Finn Monday. My
Mhm.
goodness, I was very
Yeah,
entertained
yeah.
by that. The women's matches, the matches on TV are really, really good right now. I'm sorry, Coach. I
No,
didn't mean to throw you off,
that's a
but
great
Yeah.
I just
no.
had to say that
Everything
part.
is that they're honing in on the crafts. They're serious, man. Everybody's serious. It goes to our point where we were talking about the roster earlier, man. Everybody has a role to play. You know, nobody wants to go out and put out a bad match. You know, you got in the Vince days. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
They was back there like, oh, I don't care. I'm here again. I don't like where I am creatively. I don't like where I am in the storyline. I'm gonna go out here and if I botch, so what? You know what I'm saying? So be it. But these, I can tell Triple H has sparked something in them, man, and they got a fire lit in them, and they want to perform, man. That's every night. Hell, even in NXT, you know, or NXT hungry. You know what I'm saying? So that's starting to
Yeah.
carry over to the main roster. Yeah, go ahead, Griff.
let me say this. Here's the difference. The difference is with Triple H, you have confidence, and people are
Mm-hmm.
just comfortable of going out there and doing their best. When you have Vince, you have
Yeah,
people kind of rattled and shook because they were more locked into like, I don't want to piss Vince off. I don't want to make a mistake. Wonder what Vince
yeah.
gonna say when I go through Gorilla. With Triple H, it's kind of like, okay, you made that mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and watch this film or watch what we're gonna do. Or you got coaches that's there too. You got producers like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
see Jamie Noble and them. Like they're in
Yep,
positions where like,
yep.
hey, you know what? Maybe you should have done this, or hey, maybe if you had done that a little quicker, that wouldn't have happened. They give them more confidence with this team they have. That's the difference. Where before, I feel like everybody was going out there, except for like your main superstars or your main
Yeah,
veterans. I think your new ones, they're more nervous going out there because they were too worried about not messing up and what Vince going to say and how Vince going to react to me when I go through that curtain. That's the difference.
yeah, man. That's yeah.
I think
I'm here
it's
for
a
that.
fresh start, right? Like
Yeah,
it feels new, it feels different, and minus Vince, and I hate to say that because clearly he is the creator of all of this nonsense, to an extent. But
for real.
like it just feels fresh, it
Yeah,
feels
Yes.
brand new, and to Griff's point, like it feels like you can make a mistake and it not be as detrimental as it used to be.
Right.
So
yeah,
and I know that that's probably a great place to work when you feel that
yeah.
way.
It used to
And no
be
Mark
yep,
Carano. Mark
botch.
Carano's gone too. I forgot about that.
Oh
He's out of
yeah,
here. Yeah.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
What's the dude that everybody be talking about his camera takes? What's the dude name? He gone too?
Ooh.
Damn, now I can't think of his
Was he in one of
name.
them? Was he in one of the shows?
Kevin something.
Kevin
Kevin
Dunn.
something.
Kevin.
Kevin Dunn is out too. Dang. So they're getting
Yeah.
rid
I
of some
think he
folks. I
just
saw that
resigned.
I didn't know them.
they picked up a dude for. Yeah, he walked. I don't want to say he walked away, but he stepped
Yeah,
down. Yeah, and I saw they
know them
picked up somebody
cats.
from ESPN. So I
Hmm.
think this is why to answer Brian's question, to answer BDix's question
Yeah,
about is
the
there too
roster.
much? I don't think so because I feel like it's about to grow. I feel like the WWE that we know right now, I feel like in the next 5 years, this is going to be something totally different in my
Yeah,
mind.
Mm-hmm.
especially
Because
if
with
what you
them
told
picking up
me about TNA. I didn't mean to cut you off, but to your point about them possibly buying TNA. Who knows?
if that comes true, that's legit. If that comes true, this thing could take off and be something really, really global. It already is, but I see it getting that much bigger, especially with the streaming rights floating around there right now. So
Yeah.
yeah, this thing could get really, really big. So I'm sorry, Coach. Keep going with your recap.
Oh
My
man,
fault.
that's it. No, that's what that's what we're here for. Guys, we got a banger to end the feud. Is going obviously it's going in another direction as it should be, but hats off to Seth and Drew, getting steam off that feud finally. The best
Mhm.
match out of their third one. This one finally delivered the 4.5 banger that we was looking for. But yeah, Seth has not worked a bad match. Period. That's why he is legit the workhorse. With the title. Drew can work just as much. Obviously, him being a part of the match of the year last year. But yeah, kudos to those two, man, for ending their feud properly. Any thoughts? Yeah, any thoughts on that match? Thought it was solid.
The Match was great. It was a great ending. Not to
Mm-hmm.
divert from the match, but the question for me is what's next for Drew?
Yeah.
And that opening segment with him and CM Punk promo was legit
All
fire. You know what I'm
fire.
saying?
Fire.
Because Drew needed it and CM Punk needed it. You can kind of tell. I mean, it was both heats on both ends. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And they both need, and that's why I love. That's why I like CM Punk back because you need more guys that's going to get more personal
Yep.
with these promos, you know what I'm saying? Like let's hit the gut, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
let's decapitate some heads off the necks, you know what I'm saying? Like none of
Yeah.
that more combat stuff. I'm just saying in sarcasm. But
He called that man a demon. He called that man a demon.
yeah, and he said, yeah, I could be Satan, you know, I could be Satan if you push that button, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you need those things, and what happens is those promos help remind and it reminds the fan base what happened. Cause like Drew kind of talked about like, yeah, I got fired and what I do. I went back in and put in the work. You know what I'm saying? I ain't go back in and tuck my tail and quit and do this and cry like a little, you know, whatever. I went in and put that
Yeah.
work in and came back. So it was like more personal, you know, that personalness. But the main thing for me, you know, Seth is the workhorse. We know that. But what's next for Drew? Because this is very interesting, and like Jackie once said too, it's not that Drew is a good or Drew is a heel. Drew just in a place where he just really telling his truth, and you have a split
Yeah. Yeah.
between the fan base making a decision on either I'm gonna take Drew for be the good
Mm-hmm.
guy, but no, I'm gonna
Is
take
he?
Drew to be the heel. For me,
Is
I'm like don't
Mm-hmm.
care because I'm always interested to see what's
Mm-hmm.
next for him and who he's going to claymore next or who he
yeah.
finna go back. I'm waiting to see this real Drew, you know, come back and see what's next. So that's what's more interesting. But man,
Yeah.
the opening segment with him and Punk and that promo, that
That
was
was great.
just
That was great. That was great.
Griff, think about
That
if
was
we
great.
had more of those hybrid players in the
Yep.
system, right? Like Seth is one of those hybrid players
Wow.
where he could go heel one day, face the next, right? Drew is kind of fitting into that space a
yeah,
little bit more, as you spoke to, and I
yep,
agree wholeheartedly. Like if we had more players like that could go heel and face back and forth, and we don't have,
Man.
you know, you kind of blur the lines there. Think about the universe that you
yeah,
have with those characters, and I want
yes,
more of that. But you're right, man. I
yeah,
look forward to what Drew is doing because that CM Punk segment was very from the heart. I needed to
Mm-hmm.
get this off my chest. These are things I needed to say. You needed to hear it, and I needed to say it in front of these people. And the further we
yeah,
get into like those personal vendettas, those
Yeah.
personal connections, those, let's be honest, those internet connections, like
Yeah.
the more we get into
yeah,
that's where the story is. Like that's where
yeah,
we need to live and that's where we need to make our money. And
No doubt.
man, wrestling can only go up from here, man. Wrestling can only go up from here.
No
Coach, what are your
doubt.
thoughts?
No doubt. Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking it was crazy. I had hybrid in my head, and you said it.
hmm,
He's
Mm-hmm.
doing a hell of a job with that. For a while, I'm like, we was calling for the heel turn. What 2 months ago in here? Like it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, and it never officially came. Even through his ruthlessness and viciousness with Seth, fans were still
Mm-hmm.
with him because of what he's
Yeah, and he
talking about.
settled in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he settled in. Mm-hmm.
The
Yep.
video packages are gold, not just at the anime stuff, Griff, but the video reminders are that's
Mm-hmm.
been gold lately for
oh,
them. They are
excuse me,
just they are reminding people like I think before this match because you got to think about it. They treating hell. They started treating Raw and SmackDown like a PLE because they bringing in. You remember Hey guys, remember there was a time where you had to wait. We had to wait for the video monologues until at the pay per
Yep.
views. Now they're giving it to
Yep.
you. Now they're giving it to us every week. They're giving fans reasons to stay in your damn seats, invest and watch this match and make
You
us
gotta
care. You
watch.
know, Jackie always tell us
Yep.
make us care.
yeah,
And so
Yep.
I didn't know Drew had all that, but reminder, I didn't know him and Becky had that in common. So everybody that's wrestling, is tied and connected, some way
hmm,
Mm-hmm.
somehow that pulls at our emotional heartstrings. And man, it's been solid, nothing but solid. Yep. Yeah, what you say?
Excuse me, y'all.
Griff.
You said video package. I immediately just tried to hold my laugh in. I couldn't do it. But bros, I'm sorry. I'm going here right now. Y'all cannot tell me the Our Truth Judgment Day video package ain't the funniest thing ever in life.
Hey, bro. This man, you have to accept him in the Judgment Day now, bro.
Bro,
you have to accept him in now. He's in. Did you see this video package? You can't tell me that man's in. JD out, R-Truth in, bro. You can't tell me that man's
Damien couldn't do nothing but laugh and respect it.
But no,
this
the
man was
funny part,
bugging out
bro.
himself.
Who is Tim? Did you hear the new word?
He
Tim?
said Tim and Nick.
Nick and Tim. Tim and Nick.
Nick and
yeah. Tim. Mysterio. This dude's nutty, bro.
Dog, they literally put him on the Judgment Day poster when it was Taker and Kane with Stone Cold back in '98, bro. I'm like, no.
Hey, bro, back at the Judgment Day pay-per-view, bro. This man is nutty, bro.
And then they put him in the screen.
Man
And then they put him in the screen where,
nutty.
well, obviously he was in the green screen and he was doing his point like, yeah, y'all, I'm right next to him, like he right next to him.
Oh, my
live
God.
action.
The one that got me was when Rhea won and he was ducking the fireworks. That was the one that got me. Like, bro, you are stupid. You are stupid. That's hilariously stupid, bro. Hilariously stupid.
I don't know where they're going with this, y'all, but it's going somewhere. I don't know, but it's gonna get serious here in a minute. But you think they're gonna let their comedy ride? Yeah, they're gonna let the comedy ride.
That's the entertainment of the WWE of World Wrestling Entertainment. That's the entertainment
they
part.
They cannot stop this.
That's true.
They have to keep this like how Sammy just swerved in the bloodline. This is the same scenario. Yeah. They have to keep this because it's catching intentions. They're breaking character. Even Rhea's breaking character, bro. So if it's working, don't pull the plug on it. Keep it going. And then let it fade out when it's time to fade out. But this thing is working because that was the funniest thing I saw.
I laughed again out loud, and hey, Boopy laughs again with me on that one because,
oh man,
yeah, I literally laughed aloud. Literally laughed out loud again. But yeah, man, that's great. Like I said, it was an epic holiday weekend, giving us, and I'm glad they got a chance to get a rest too. First time, hey, give it up for Triple H giving them Christmas off, putting on the best of 2023 shows and all of that. So, but yeah, man, that's the epic week of 2 weeks of wrestling that it was over the holidays, man, and looking forward to these storylines going into the Rumble. Let's continue as we talk about it weekly. Yep.
Good deal, man.
Yeah.
All right, so we haven't had a conversation about the power rankings in quite some time, and we need to put some respect on some people's names because some things have changed quite a bit. So, where do we see some movement, fellas? And where do we want to do here?
I will start with the top 5. And I think everything's legit. And I think maybe because of Gunther was off, maybe Gunther and Roman could switch, but 1, 4, and 5 remain the same.
So you're switching Gunther and Roman. So Gunther or Roman goes to 2?
Roman 2, Gunther to 3.
Okay. I'm good with that. Coach,
is that because of the PTO? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm good because he just had the PTO.
Roman's
sometimes the PTO will cost you a spot.
Okay. Coach, any suggestions?
He's been in a couple. Yeah.
Roman's back in the game. I suggest we no Yeet needs to be slid out. I think.
For who?
That's As I said that, I forgot the golden rule for who.
Can I make a suggestion? We don't even have him on the list.
By
It's just
all, by any
because
means.
we don't have him on the list, and it's probably because of the year that he had prior to us starting this whole power ranking situation. But Cody put in a lot of work down the stretch, and we don't have him on this list. But Cody definitely put in enough work for him to be kind of top 6, 7 somewhere in there, if I'm being honest.
Agreed.
We haven't really seen much from Solo lately, so it would be okay for him to slide. We haven't seen much from LA Knight that can slide, but Cody needs to get on here somewhere. Black Cody needs to get on here somewhere. Is there anybody else that pops up that needs to probably be on here? Because we have 5 guys. We have 5 guys on the backside that aren't really that active, except for Shinsuke. Let's be honest.
Shinsuke definitely need to stay, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I do agree with Cody. Should move up probably between 6 and 8. Jimmy can be exiled out.
What do y'all think about? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yep, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Griff.
No, you're good. I was gonna say I think I'm with Jimmy being X'd out, and Cody will be coming in for him. Solo hasn't been active as much as well match wise, but he has been like around interfering with Bloodline work. I'm just trying to think of somebody else who's been really hot and going singles wise that I'm not thinking of besides.
I got one for you. I'm getting ready to tell you.
Go ahead, Griff. Coach.
And Jackie gonna be like, "What? Oh, well." I'm thinking. Let's look at Nia possibly entering.
That's why I was raising my hand. That's what I was going to say. I honestly, I'm not a fan, but I do respect. I'm not a fan, but I do respect. So I think
she putting in some work, man. She just beat Becky Lynch, so she got to get on here.
Yep. Yep. I agree with that. Is there anybody on SmackDown that we're not talking about? Like,
hey, fellas,
Is
there anybody on?
I was just getting ready to.
Not really, right? Like,
because the damage control, because the damage control and Bianca Fabulous Four, they all stuck in a storyline together.
It's weird now.
And nobody's really moving the needle on that yet. It's very weird. Yeah. But I understand why you said it's weird now.
Yeah, it's weird.
Question, fellas. I got one for SmackDown. Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
What's your thing?
Okay. Yeah.
I think he's another.
That's legit. Yeah. That is legit.
Okay.
That is legit.
So okay. So in the conversation, what we're saying is we're taking out Dominic, we're taking out Solo, and we're taking out Jimmy. And we're adding in Cody.
I mean, Nia.
We're adding in Cody, we're adding in Nia, and we're adding in Kevin Owens.
Bro.
Is that my understanding? Should LA Knight be as high as he is in comparison to the other 3 that he's facing? Because AJ Styles, I don't believe AJ Styles should be on the top 10. Yeah. Okay, I'm on board with that. Griff, we're on the same page. Good stuff. So then let's go.
How about
who's at number 6? Go ahead, Coach.
When I thought about LA Knight, I said, well, wait a minute. I think we missing I think we can swap him out for the Apex Predator. If anybody, when you talk about the three contenders
who's
for
hotter,
Roman,
right? Yeah.
Out of the 3, who's the strongest? Yeah, I was just thinking Randy.
Griff, your thoughts to that?
Randy, I think Randy right now is hotter than LA Knight. Okay. My only thing that just me thinking is Randy and AJ, when they returned, had matches. It was either triple threat style or there was some kind of interference. You get what I'm saying? And the same with LA Knight. So that's why that 10th one is kind of hard. At least Shinsuke, even though he lost, he's putting in great storyline and doing great stuff along with Cody to stay on that top 10. You know what I'm saying? On top of, yeah. That 10 spot can go either way. But if I had to choose, and just out of fairness and respect, although he's not having too many matches, I am with Randy, all because not just because I'm a fan, but I think Randy is more hot the LA Knight right now, all because Randy's return and what he's doing is organic.
Right.
Where LA Knight, LA Knight, kind of what Jackie said before too, was kind of like fan push. And now that we see after he lost to Roman, that kind of deflated, some a little bit too. So I'm with Randy, number 10, creeping up on there with the rest that we had over LA Knight. That's me though.
Okay. Let's round out the list, and once we get to 10, if we're debating still LA Knight and Randy, that'll be a little bit easier once we flesh out the rest. So back to 6. Are we thinking who would be up to number 6? Can I say I think that needs to be Cody. And
I agree.
I mean, him and Shinsuke are putting on some, and Shinsuke like really right behind him, because that I texted Brian earlier today and was like, this feud is better than what we thought it was. Like, I know, Coach, you questioned like what was Cody gonna get out of this from the beginning. And it's like, this is turning like the anime stuff. Yeah, the anime stuff and the promos is like really, really selling it. So I think Cody 6,
that's top notch,
and Shinsuke 7. Would love to hear your thoughts.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Okay. Let's push on then. So then we still have Nia Jax, Kevin Owens, and then the 10th spot between Randy and LA Knight. Do we believe Nia Jax is having a better go than Kevin Owens?
It's almost even. Like, it's crazy, but it's almost even. I think, honestly, I honestly think Nia will get the upper hand over KO, in my view, all because Nia is going up the ladder where KO is kind of like on a roll, already on top of the ladder. That makes sense. But I think Nia, because she's really going up and had a big, humongous overness this past week, and what she's doing and how she stepped up to Rhea, I would get her that edge over KO for number 8. That's just me.
Coach?
I'm taking Nia with the edge based off of the sheer promo game that she's been able to show us here the last few weeks. It's it's snarky, it's funny. She's being her beautiful self. It's snarky and entertaining, but she's holding her own. I think the work that she did teasing the match with Becky a couple weeks ago before the holiday was a good one. She's man, like I said, this is a different Nia. She's showing her ass, and I think that she needs to be at 8.
Okay. I had a different thought. I thought it would be Kevin Owens, just based off of the tournament that he won. But I'm on board with you guys and totally get with it. So I'm with Nia at 8 and Kevin Owens at 9. That leaves us the number 10 spot, and you guys are saying Randy Orton is Randy Orton is the hotter ticket right now. And I totally agree with that. So let's go Randy Orton 10 there. So we're looking at Seth Rollins number 1, Roman number 2, Gunther number 3, Rhea Ripley number 4, Io Sky number 5, Cody number 6, Shinsuke number 7, Nia Jax 8, Kevin Owens 9, and Randy Orton the Viper number 10. And that was pretty good, gentlemen. We got through that fairly fast, man. We worked that one out, man. That's what I'm talking about, boys. We getting better at this power ranking stuff, man. We better than them college football playoff people.
We talk about
we good.
right. We can pick it. We can put a team in it. Shout out, and shout out to Meechin. I still can't pronounce her name.
Yeah, Meechin
Yeah,
Yim. Yeah,
Her
absolutely.
mama named her
did her
Cassius.
thing
I'm
with
gonna call her
EO.
Cassius.
So
Mia Yim.
yeah,
That was a good match, man. I didn't know who that was in the picture. I sent that to y'all in the middle of the day, and I was, who this Harpo? Who this woman? I had I had no clue who that was, but turned out to be Mia Yim. And yeah, she did put on a pretty good match, and she's good, man. Like the ladder match she had at NXT, I was like, oh, I'm sold. Like that girl can go. We need more of her. And then she got up to the main roster and did the whole Too Sweet thing with AJ Styles and them. And it was like, no, this doesn't work. But I'm
got lost. She gonna be hotter in the Bullet Club if they keep putting her in some decent matches.
The Bullet Club needs to do more because it actually is a faction. Like that's a faction. Like, can we get some interaction elsewhere other than like backstage and in catering? Before we move on, gentlemen. Before we move on, speaking of arguing about Karrion Kross in a month, our boys are getting buried further and further and further down here, boys.
Bro.
Oh no.
And it's quite embarrassing at this point. It's not embarrassing. I get the storyline. I'm on like, okay, give me the storyline if we're gonna do it. But bruh, this doesn't feel good. This feels this doesn't feel good.
So they teased the heel turn. Then the crowd was loving them, so they swayed back. Now they shaking hands and kissing babies again with the crowd when they come out with Bobby. Hey, they doing they doing all that now, and now they just got their ass whipped by AOP. And honestly, I was like, well, serves them right. Hopefully they can, because what I was thinking is like, well, hopefully they can learn from this and come back strong. Do something to come back.
Do something, man. Poke them with a stick. Do something, bro. Griff, go ahead, man, because y'all not gonna like what I had to say about it.
I don't even know. I don't think I have nothing. I don't know what this say.
Speechless.
I
literally,
mean,
bro. Literally, I agree.
Shout out to Hulu. February 2nd. February 2nd on Hulu, ladies and gentlemen. Bianca and Ted's new reality TV show, Love and WWE, debuts on Hulu February 2nd. That's all I can say.
Is pitch their show. All they can do is pitch their show.
I don't even want to watch no more.
You know.
I'm mad. I don't even want to watch no more.
Because it's like, why do I?
I don't.
We're gonna watch Bianca. We're gonna watch Bianca. Yeah, but
like,
we got a reason to watch.
I'm gonna be transparent, y'all. I was doing so good till this got brought up tonight, and I was not expecting it. And I was like, hopefully this don't get brought up tonight because I don't know.
Hey, I missed it in my notes. Hey, I missed it in my notes, but I'm glad he brought it back up.
Yeah, it's here. It's here now. We here now.
Listen, y'all, real quick. I'm gonna take at least 45 seconds, if not less. When they came out that aisle and start shaking hands again, I'm like, here we go again. Like, okay, we're the face. Then when Scarlett came out, I said, yep, I know AOP gonna come out from behind. And once Paul Ellering came through, I said, yep, there it is. So I said, yep, so much for the heel turn. So
it's all face now.
Jackie, I'm interested.
We're in the middle of an identity crisis with the Street Profits. We're in the middle of an identity crisis in the sense that
I agree.
We don't know where we want to truly go. And you can tell there's no plan. There's no plan because one minute we're the heels of the LWO and it didn't fit. And now we're getting ready to be the faces against AOP and it doesn't fit just because of the last couple months. It especially doesn't fit to us. I don't know about anybody outside of this circle, but especially it does not fit to us because it's like, where are we going? What could we possibly get out of this? And to be totally honest with you, Karrion Kross and AOP looked like the stronger faction. They looked like the stronger
Yep.
faction. They look
They are.
not just because they beat them up, whatever. Like get jumped and still look like the stronger faction. AOP and them look like, oh, we're in for like we laugh because we can tell Karrion Kross is about to get some dubs. And like and it's to the chagrin of Coach's fantasy team. But like, let's be real. They look like the stronger faction.
Yeah.
And Bobby and can come out there and they can say we going after titles and all of this. And it's like everybody is like, what? Like naysayer, what? Like everybody's going after titles here.
Nothing in that
so
promo.
What are we
Nothing
doing?
in that promo was believable.
No, like Montez. I text Brian, and I'm sorry.
That promo
I'm a fan of Montez.
That promo was bad.
Montez was terrible in that promo. He was terrible in that promo, and nothing fit. It was like I want to go heel, but I'm supposed to say this, but he was terrible. And I'm not a hater of Montez. I love Montez, but I also we got to say the truth here. He was terrible in that, and you can like I'm down for AOP and them if they beat them, and it's like. It is what it is. I'm not off the boat, but I can see AOP and them winning out on this. Sorry. It's not good, bro. It does not look good.
That's why I said coming to Hulu February 2nd, Love in WWE
Pitching it again.
by Tez and Bianca. No, seriously. Like everything you just said, you pretty much put into perspective what I was trying to think because I didn't know what to say, how to put it together.
No, I'm with you, bro. I'm still lost for words.
At the end of the day, here's the facts. This went down right before SummerSlam. I remember this. Friday before SummerSlam in Detroit. Because they had a SmackDown in Ohio, I think, before SummerSlam. This is 5 months, and we're promoting, we're coming for gold. We're coming for title. Okay. LA Knight got a title run. Randy Orton came back in the title picture. AJ Styles came back in the title picture. Kevin Owens came from Raw to SmackDown, title picture. Jimmy Uso left SmackDown and went to Raw, title picture. These people who have not been promoting being champions had title shots, and y'all been promoting 5 months and still ain't got a dang on title picture.
Oh no, they got one title shot and it was off a fluke.
And nobody was rushed. Nobody thought they were gonna win. And nobody thought they were gonna win.
And it was not believable. Yep.
There was no story build up to face Damian and Balor for the tag belts, and that was a SmackDown before War Games. Now come on. How would that look for Judgment Day to lose the belts going to War Games with a returning Randy Orton and what we didn't expect CM Punk to come back on time?
Sure.
That was rushed because, we got nothing to fill the SmackDown card about. Okay, let's just put this tag team match together. We all know we're not going to get them the belts.
Yeah. Nobody thought they were going to win that. Nobody thought
they
were going to win.
All bad.
So we've been clamoring just for a storyline. That's what this boils down to. That's our frustration with this. We've been clamoring for a storyline that makes sense. Make us believe that y'all are actually going after what y'all are going after, because everything right now is just really like talk, and it's bad talk, and I don't like it. On the flip side of that, like out the mud down in NXT, like the potential that has. I don't know if y'all saw the ending of NXT tonight with them adding Jada Parker now to the situation, right? Like that has so much more potential, right? And I feel much better about that situation down there than I do about the Street Profits up top, even with them adding B Fab, because she did something backstage. But I don't know if adding that is even going to help, because they're talking, they're saying the things, but we don't believe what you're saying. I don't believe you, sir. And that's what this boils down to.
Only thing I can say them now is a reunion with Jade or something. Jade, Jade need to give him a rub.
But don't latch on to that and drag her down, right? Like
drag her down.
If you're not gonna do nothing with it, don't drag her down.
Make her.
We ain't got her debut yet.
Yeah, we don't need more. We don't need y'all pulling her down.
Just thinking about what can save them. Yeah, that's gonna be a whole nother show for our viewers. How can we save the Street Profits? So,
we got to start a GoFundMe for these dudes, man. Like if you donate 50 cents, we can give Street Profits a story, man. Just 50 cents a day. We'll give the Street Profits a story.
Every
Yeah,
time.
And they'll be
we could create
entertaining
one right here
again.
and give it to them.
What
Pitch
the?
one.
Like, come on, bro. Give us something.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's switch gears, man. Happier times. It's 2024, bro. Like, we need to switch it all up, man. Let's go to happier times. 2024. We need the first of the year. Give it to us, Griff. Let's switch it over now to Griff's picks. Griff, man, 2024. Start us off. Jump us off, my guy. Let's do this thing. Griff's picks, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
All right, man. Hey, man. Appreciate this moment. This one of my favorite segments, and we kicking off 2024 with this one. I was thinking all day today, man, which direction I'm going to go. We had the Royal Rumble coming up. But I'm going to do something a little bit special, man. It's my girl's birthday today, January 9th, our favorite announcer, Samantha. So I'm going to do this little Griff top 5 and also a possible 2 of my favorite Samantha ring entrance announcers of talent. So real simple, man. I got my top 5 and I got a possible. So I'm gonna start with my possible. Unfortunately, she can't do this one no more. And this was kind of like real unique, but it was kind of entertaining at the same time. But my possible, my honorable mention, I'm going with the Chelsea Green.
Okay.
Why can't she do it anymore? What happened? Why she can't do it no more?
That came out. Was it?
I don't know the real reason, but I think from my understanding, somebody higher up said, I guess it was like too much, or they didn't want her to do that, or don't want to offend or something. I don't know the truth behind that or facts, so I don't know. Okay. I guess someone from higher up decided for her to call her out regularly, not do the whole, Karen, Chelsea Green, which was really entertaining. Come in, fit the character, but
that's what her character is based off of.
She's a professional. She's accepted that, and we
they
move
called
forward.
Her Karen. We didn't call her Karen. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Number 5. Man, so many of this one here too, but number 5, I'm gonna go with the Judgment Day itself when she rings and announces the Judgment Day to the ring. Number 4, everybody should know this one. This is they're simple, and even though they're not together, Yeet and No Yeet, the Usos, not coming in number 4. Number 3. This was kind of tough, but it was one or the other. Number 3, I'm gonna have to go with Gunther. Okay. Number 2, Number 2, definitely. This is why this was tough, because this could have went either 2 or 3. So this was gonna go number 2. He said Gunther number 3, but number 2 got to be Imperium itself, and just the way she announces each of them by the culture. When she announces each of them as a group by their culture and their country, that's a lot of work, and that's pretty much a lot of practice and work to go into that. And then number 1, I mean, come on, we all know what number 1 is. When she was over there at SmackDown, her to announce the whole entire bloodline from the Wise Man to Sami Zayn to Solo Sikoa, the undisputed tag team champions, the Usos, and the reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion, our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. So that is Griff's top picks for 2024 to kick off the year. Shout out to Samantha again. Happy birthday. So this top 5 was dedicated directly for you.
Shout out to Samantha, man. She puts in work. The girl has pipes. The girl has pipes, and she does her thing. So we respect it for sure. We respect it. Very respect it. What a list, Griff. Appreciate you, man. Griff's picks, ladies and gentlemen. Bringing it back, starting it off in 2024. Good deal, my guy. Good deal.
Appreciate it.
All right, boys. We're going to move on to our next segment. And let's go on to spoilers, predictions, and hot takes. This is always a fun one because somehow, some way, we always mess this up and say something different. And we never get this quite right. And
never get it right.
We're working on it. We're working on it. All right.
Never my spoiler was right.
That's right.
My spoiler was right. Randy Orton is back.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. My spoiler is down there floundering in NXT. What are you doing, Baron? Let's go. get off of this dusty thing and get in the tag picture,
Man.
and get going. We gotta do some work here. But
Hey, he burning his career instead of the ships.
oh my
So,
boy,
right
my boy went back like he was
at this point
back at high school, like Nick Cannon or something. What are you doing, bro? Get back up here on the main roster and do something, bro.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. No hate in 2024, Brent. No hate. All right, here we go, man. Spoilers, predictions, and hot takes. Your spoiler is something that everyone knows is going to happen. So something that's no matter what the dirt sheet says, everybody's like, yeah, for sure, that's going to happen. Your prediction is something that you believe is going to happen. And then most people would probably agree. Let's say 50-50 would agree with this. And then your hot take is something that only you truly believe. Nobody else is going to agree with this. Everybody's going to kind of look at you as if you are crazy. So who wants to start us off? Spoilers, predictions, and hot takes. Griff is on your mind. Let's go. I know it is. Let's go.
We're thinking right
do
now.
all three of them at once?
No,
or just do them one at a time?
Give us a spoiler first, sir. Give us a spoiler first.
Give the spoiler first.
All right. Well, my spoiler is simple. Something that everyone knows is going to happen. It's just a matter of time. Rock versus Roman.
Yeah. I see that one. Coach, what you got for a spoiler for us, man?
Oh, CM Punk is going to win the Royal Rumble.
Ooh, that's a spoiler? Ooh. I don't know. Ooh. I see. Okay. I understand how that could fit there. I'm gonna go in the direction that I don't think any of us are thinking, but I do think Cody finishes the story, man. Cody finishes the story.
Oh.
I don't know if it's at this particular WrestleMania, but Cody has to finish the story. Cody wins it at some point, but it's gonna be soon. But I don't know if it's gonna be this WrestleMania because of Griff spoiler. The Rock is coming back and doing what he's doing. So, prediction, Griff, something that you believe and maybe most people will agree.
Woo-wee. I just shared this with Montay yesterday. I'm finna go ahead and let loose tonight. CM Punk, Seth freaking Rollins, main event WrestleMania Night 1. Seth Rollins wins the match. CM Punk looks at Rollins, shake his hands. They get their mutual respect. Everybody thinks it's going to be a happy ending story. CM Punk kicks him in between the legs, and they're going to start a storyline, and then out comes Priest with the Money in the Bank cash in to end Night 1, and Priest will be the new champion.
That's a whole storyline there. Creative, man.
That's a prediction.
Damian Priest as the world heavyweight champion.
Most would agree.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's a king. Yeah, he's definitely the king of botch cash-in attempts right now. So
speaking of cash-ins,
but before
go ahead, Greg.
Before I was gonna say to Montay's point too, that's Seth karma, literally almost 10 years later for what he did to Roman and Brock at 31.
I called it poetic justice.
There it is.
Okay.
If it happens that way,
we'll see.
So
we'll see. Yeah. Coach, prediction.
I predict that. Is there any does time frame matter?
Let's say within the next year. How about that? Within 2024.
Oh yeah, well this is easy. I think in the next couple months going into Mania, the Damage Control will ditch Bailey.
They're gonna do my baby wrong. Yep. Most would agree.
I'm predicting, yeah.
They're gonna do my baby wrong. Oh, they're gonna kick her out that group. They're gonna beat that lady ass. Yeah. They're gonna beat that lady ass.
Most would agree.
Damn.
It's because it's one of those. It's one of those types that you know is going to come, and when it comes, it's going to be. Just picture a pit bull, Rottweiler, and German Shepherd taking on one
Oh,
helpless person. That's what this was going to be like.
oh my God, yeah, crazy.
Whew.
I think they get it done before Mania. I think when we talked about the timeline, y'all, they get it done before Mania because I think Bailey has to go face, right, at some point. So
When do you think she's gonna go face? You think she's gonna face into WrestleMania?
if they
I think she
want
costs
her to,
Io. I
yeah,
think she costs Io the belt at WrestleMania.
at WrestleMania, got you.
Mhm. I think she costs.
It could happen there.
Yeah.
Ooh, but yeah,
And then
I
she
guess it
comes
depends on
out of
who
WrestleMania
wins.
as a face, right? She comes out of WrestleMania as a face because maybe she hit Io or something like that, or she, something. I don't know, but yeah, I think she comes out of WrestleMania as a face. Yeah.
Okay, got you.
My prediction, gentlemen. My prediction is that Nia Jax beats Rhea Ripley for the title.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody out there agrees. Somebody. Y'all out there. Somebody
Only
out there
credible.
agrees. Help me.
Somebody
Help
out there got your back.
Help me.
Somebody got your back.
Help me.
Somebody got your back. Right. Wow. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hot takes. Hot takes. This is something only you believe.
For my hot take, we're gonna see Sasha and Naomi return back to WWE before the end of 2024.
I don't know, bro. You ain't the only one that's gonna believe that one. I think Naomi comes back at the Royal Rumble. Cause ain't her contract up like this week or something?
I think it's up. Was it last week or this week?
Yeah,
I gotta look into that.
I think she come back to the Royal Rumble. Looking forward to that. I don't know about the Sasha Banks thing. Can we discuss the Sasha Banks situation here? Can y'all want to go into this a little bit? Because her trying to figure out the contract about the AEW versus WWE. Can I say she's too big for AEW?
Yes.
Yep. That is correct.
Eric Bischoff said the same thing, as well as Jim Cornette. Yes.
And that's no hatred of AEW. AEW is gonna figure it out and it's gonna realize that it is the company that it is, and once they do, it'll be good for what it's for, right? But I think you have nothing for her. If she goes over there as Sasha Banks, if she leaves WWE and she goes straight over there and goes as Sasha Banks, it works. It's perfect. But the fact that she went to Japan, did the Mercedes Moné thing, switched it up and got it like bigger, she's too big for AEW. I'm sorry. But you have nothing over there for her. The person that you did have for her, that you built up, Jade, is over in WWE. So who over there is the name that can go up against her? Like Chris Statlander, sure, great. Yes, but that's not Mercedes. That's not Sasha. What y'all think?
I'm 100% on board. I think it's a wavering, just like kind of a little bit how they did CM Punk, kind of like trying to fade away and throw stuff out there like, oh, WWE and Sasha ain't working it out. I think because of the type of person Sasha is, very private and things like that. I think there is a deal being made and probably is already done. Again, when do you bring her back, or when does she come in the fold? I think she is going to come back. That's the reason she's part of my hot takes. When, I don't know. It don't need to be rushed, but like you said, I totally agree. And everybody else that knows wrestling, the sport of wrestling, like the Jim Cornette and Eric Bischoffs, I didn't have to listen to the podcast, but their big headline is she's too big for AEW. Like what you just said is what they were saying too. She's too big for AEW. No disrespect to that organization.
Sure.
But who do you have lined up for? Who do you have storylines for? Yeah, she's friends with FTR, Dak, and who was that? They was a revival in WWE. Yeah, she's good friends with them. But again, who do you have over there? Because you can't have her with Paige. Because you see what Paige did to her. What happened with her and Paige at Madison Square Garden. She definitely ain't gonna do nothing with Ruby.
Tony.
Tony
Tony's over
Storm,
there.
no.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Tony cool.
Her,
Tony's
her,
cool.
her character work right now is really, really good. And
It is.
I pay attention to that. Her character work is really, really good, but it's not the star power that Mercedes is.
Yeah, exactly. And then look at these new fresher face and talent that's moved up and also that's happening. I mean, again, we seen Sasha and Rhea before, but we haven't seen this Sasha versus this Rhea.
Yeah.
We ain't seen this Sasha versus this Becky.
Yep.
We ain't seen this Sasha versus this Nia Jax. This Sasha versus this Bianca Belair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Possibilities.
It just makes
are
sense for
endless.
her to come back home, you
You're
know?
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Coach,
Sasha was always a struggle for me. She was always a struggle for me before she left. I started to give her a little more grace once I found out about when she told her story about the mental health and the reasons why she took off before that, the Vince hiatus, what happened with her and Trinity. So I understood why she had to leave. And I think, Jackie, you and I talked about this in the car. I don't think it's a money thing. I think Triple H has the money.
Yeah.
I think they got the money. It's just a matter of the position, the timing, where she is, what headspace she's in. Because they're gonna have to bend a little bit. They're gonna have to give her a little some of the world right now to make this work out. Did she go? I didn't see. Maybe I saw like one match when she was over there. Yeah, this money character is gonna have to grow on me. I'm not. I only know her as a boss, so we'll see. So I don't, like I said, I don't know. Because if she comes back and does the boss, great. You know what I'm saying? But I highly doubt it. You think she bring the money character in the WWE as well?
I think she has to now,
I'm not sure.
right? Like she's too big, right? Griff, I don't know what you think, but I think she's too big for it, or for it to switch back.
Yeah, no. I mean, she can't come back as Sasha, but I think it's just like Roman. You know what I'm saying? Like when Roman went on his hiatus and came back, he didn't come back as the Shield Roman. He came back as the Tribal Chief Roman. And I think Sasha can do the same. I think Sasha can do the same thing, except for she's not gonna come as the boss. She probably gonna come in as something different, but it's still gonna be Sasha. But man, man, I hope she returns back because I'm like I just said, like her against this Bianca, her against this Rhea. But man, what would be the most underrated one that no one ain't thinking about? This Sasha versus this Asuka. Like, can you imagine them two? Ooh.
Yeah, that would be fire.
This Sasha versus this Io.
That would be dope.
SmackDown has to figure out that roster over there and really start to use the talents that are over there because we haven't seen much of that women's roster over there. And once they do, man, WWE's in a great space for wrestling right now. I've said it before, but
that's why I was with you when you said it got weird. It got weird. That show before Christmas. Yeah, it was totally good. That was weird. That was weird as hell.
It just like we just need more like I don't know what we need more of. I'm sorry, I don't want to say too much, but it's not. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel right.
Before y'all move on, speaking of Christmas, because I literally wanted to text you guys, but I figured y'all probably wasn't watching it, but I know y'all saw it by now. But dog, we have to talk about, now I'm sure the wise men going to say something in the chat real quick. I know y'all saw that spinning trash can lid that Kyrie did to Shotzi. Bro.
Took her head off.
No, that was real. I thought Sashi was dead, bro.
Man. I thought she was dead too. Like that was crazy. Like,
we here on the program are definitely fans of Shotzi. Taking L's. We are. Congratulations on the marriage and the wedding and everything. But
we're gonna beat up Shotzi.
Yeah, we do not support from a wrestling standpoint. We do not support.
Corey Gray's intake when she got hit with that head, bro, was hilarious.
He said it killed her. He said something.
Yeah.
No, he said God dog. He called himself.
All right, boys. Coach,
take
we're on your
time.
hot take. Yeah, Coach, we're on your hot take.
All right. So only nobody believes this but me. But if Triple H was to do this, I think Tony Khan and AEW gonna close up shop that night. MJF comes through the curtain, entering the Royal Rumble.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh.
Ooh.
I hope. I mean, I hope so. So that will be my great surprise.
That's your hot take, bro. Stick with it.
Yeah.
I'm with that one. I'm with that one. I would love to see that actually, because MJF can go. So I would love to see that one.
Yeah.
That one's good. My hot take, gentlemen. I don't know how y'all feel about this, and maybe y'all would agree actually. But my hot take is actually that Jade wins the Royal Rumble. I think that's the only thing that you can do with her right now. Jade wins the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's the only way.
Kind of with you in the predictions category there. Most would agree. Yeah. How about I'm with you?
Yeah. Well, we always look forward to this. We gotta double back and see how our predictions are doing when we do this next time. I'll make sure I do the research and figure out what we said and how we're doing when we come back.
How we're doing?
Yeah, because we need to know.
Yeah, Damien's still not in Judgment Day. Oh, but no, JD, that's one for sure. One of mine for sure. JD getting in Judgment Day.
You predicted JD was getting in. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. What are our thoughts on Damien cashing? Is that happening soon? I know Griff, you gave us the full rundown of like the WrestleMania version of this, but
right.
Is that happening soon?
The Seth Rollins version, right?
Is that like is that coming, or what are we doing with this? Because it's just not working for me.
It has to come soon. It has to come soon because you gotta get rid of it before Money in the Bank, and you're literally like 4 months out of Money in the Bank this year. I think the best thing, like I just predicted in my predictions, it had to happen at WrestleMania. Seth had it too long at this point; it'd be pointless and won't make sense to lose it here at the Rumble or Elimination Chamber. I think they're gonna do a filler match in with him and Jinder at the Rumble just to get him, some conditioning cardio going on, just to get a match on the card.
Correction, that's next week on Raw.
Yeah, that's on
Jinder
Raw.
That is, that is. You're right.
Jinder didn't even make the card. Poor Jinder didn't even make the call. He gets shitted on by The Rock, and you still can't make the Royal Rumble card.
But isn't that like isn't that like the payment for that though? Like, hey, we need you to do this thing. We need you to go out there, put on a show with The Rock, and your payment is you get a championship match in 2 weeks, right? Like,
yeah.
I know the internet's going nuts about that right now, and it's like settle down. Like, it makes sense for that man to get a title shot after the abuse he just took last week.
From The Rock.
Yeah, like that makes sense to me. Like, pay that man. Like, give him his title shot. He's not gonna win, but like, give him his title shot.
Yep.
So
that's why they didn't waste time putting him on a Royal Rumble card, Griff. So it is what it is.
Can I? But also, is Damian Priest the star that Seth Rollins is to cash in at WrestleMania? You get what I'm saying? Like,
whoa, okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it's Seth Rollins. That's Triple H's guy, and he was the guy up next.
That's his boy. Yeah.
Is Damian the guy up next, or is he like in the whole, like, not in the batter's box, but like not on deck, but like the guy
I think that's why they slow playing it. That's why they slow playing it though. I think they slow playing it.
Like, giving him the Money in the Bank kind of says that. To answer your question, Brian,
as many conversations I've had with Griff, Jackie, calling him he needs to be in creative. That's really the closest thing that I could. It makes sense. The WrestleMania angle that he just told us is really they really kind of booked themselves into that
not
into that corner.
not shooting that thought down at all. Griff is probably absolutely
right.
right. But
It's gonna all right.
but my question is, like, you know, like when Seth did it, you understood why. It was like, yeah, that's the guy that's up next.
The star.
And for him to cash in at WrestleMania, like that's a difference. Like, does Damian hold that star power to cash in at WrestleMania? Not to say that he won't cash in, and not to say that you're wrong, Griff. Like, I actually agree with you that he will cash in at Mania, but like, should he? Does this feel right to everyone else?
Well, let's go to
go, Griff, because before you go, Griff, I'm gonna alley this. I'm gonna give you an alley oop here. We still, the X factor here is Drew McIntyre here in this story.
Okay.
I think Drew will find his way. He's still gonna be hungry and still try to find his way back to Seth. Hell, they might even have a feud.
Not
you know what I'm saying? I think that's where they're going now, right? Drew and Damian. What do you think about? I mean, Drew as a face.
I don't know.
It could.
What are your thoughts?
Again,
yeah.
It goes back to what I said earlier about Drew, where Drew is just is in his line where he's telling his truth. And it's not like, okay, I'm a heel, I'm a face. I'm gonna let y'all decide if you're gonna rock with me or not. Because if you rock with me, cool. If you don't, I don't care.
Yeah, and I only said that because Drew just called his name. He said his damn name in the promo last night.
Right.
So that's why I'm okay. Usually you don't call nobody out unless it's gonna be a quick feud. This, some way somehow them two gonna find their way back to the world title. It's gonna be some screwy stuff, but go ahead. That's where my thinking came from.
So to that story, that prediction, there's also a plan B to that too.
Yeah.
Something we never saw before. What if Damian does try to come and cash in? Punk gives him that look, and Punk turns around and kicks him back in the head, give him a GTS, and he takes the contract, and because the contract is blank. So Seth was already down. He turned on Seth. Seth beat him. What if Plump flipped the script and take the contract and say, okay, bump it. It's mine now. Boom. Now you win the belt from Seth.
They created a Judgment Day briefcase for that. They're going to, that's shitting there. Yeah, that's shitting on that, man. But
you got to think about Punk, though. Punk don't care. At the end of the day, I don't care how the briefcase look. All I care about is the contract that's inside with your name not on it. So if your name ain't on it, I'm just gonna take your briefcase and.
But and the flip side of that, I don't think they will take the time to custom make that. And
I don't know, man.
Hey, bro,
he done held it for this long.
It's marketing, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, it's marketing, bro. It's for WWEshop.com and 30% off on Friday. That's what that briefcase was really for, because it's a purple color. And they was marketing for the Latino, Hispanic, and the Puerto Rican culture. Trust, it's marketing.
Yeah, like so many people bought that joint, like for sure. Like, no.
Okay.
That was on purpose. That was on purpose for sure. That was on purpose for sure.
Got you.
Yeah.
Hope for the best.
B.
Hope for the best.
Wise man question. So. Wise Man is going to throw a quick question out to us, and let's see what we got. Wise Man, what you got for us?
Okay.
I love the suspense. Love it.
Love the suspense. Oh, man. Getting us into the kayfabe character.
You got to jump on the fly on this one.
Okay.
Bro,
what's your opening theme and your finisher? 1 minute each. Okay. You're a wrestler. What's your opening theme and finisher? I don't know what my finisher would be.
Like theme song?
Like, what's your entrance music?
No,
That's
I mean,
we
can just.
What's your entrance music?
So, Wise Man, you just want to know what kind of music? Yeah, what kind of music? You just want to know what genre of music what type of music we would.
He said I'll go first. I love it. Like,
okay, good example.
man.
Okay.
All
All right.
Come with me.
Who will go first?
Come with me.
Yeah. Okay.
Specific songs.
Specific.
All right,
song.
I'm ready. I'm ready for this one.
Specific song, naysayers, right?
And a back body drop. I'm with that. All right. All right. Go ahead, Griff. You got it.
Go ahead, Griff. Somebody Griff got his already.
It's real. All right. So if I'm a wrestler, what's my opening theme? My opening theme for me gonna be Notorious B.I.G. Dead Wrong.
Ooh.
Okay.
And my finisher is gonna be the GKO, the Griff knockout.
What was it?
Like the RKO. The Griff knockout.
The GKO. I'm with it. Okay. The GKO. I'm with it. Coach, you got yours?
GKO. My theme music will be, and if y'all remember this, we had fun at my wedding. This is the Saginaw High School special. Here I go, mystical is my theme song.
Here I go.
So that's been my theme song since day
came
one.
Out to his wedding on this.
So,
here I go.
Shout out to Danielle.
But what's crazy
Shout out to
though?
Danielle for allowing.
What's crazy? That. She loved it. Danielle loved it though.
I mean,
because when I played it for her, she was like, "Oh, we're doing this."
Oh,
so y'all didn't know that.
That's a Detroit girl.
I didn't know that.
That's a Detroit girl.
That's a Detroit girl. Yeah. So she was. So it's Here I Go, and I've always been infatuated with the leg holds. So I would have some form of a sharpshooter, like an inverted sharpshooter with more pressure. So I've always loved the leg holds. So a more dangerous version of a sharpshooter. I wouldn't know what I would call it, but since this is right on the spot, but yeah,
that fits you. That fits you. All right. My entrance theme would be Shawty Low. They know. Dun, dun, dun. You know I'm coming in.
They know. Dun, dun, dun.
You know how we coming out. So we're gonna do that. And you know I'm a high flyer, so I'm gonna get up on the top rope, and I'm also afraid of heights. So then I'm gonna climb back down off of those top ropes. And
right, can you imagine him doing a high fly move off the rope? Hey, he have so much hang time.
I'm 6'4", bro. I'm like, what? I'm a couple inches away from the Undertaker, bro. I'm not getting up on the top rope. Bro.
I know we've been sprinkling the highlights, but your boys,
for sure,
ankle sprain is a finisher,
for
right?
Sure, bro.
Since we're talking about ropes and catapults, I know we're sprinkling this last highlight. Your boy NXT, what's his in the LWO?
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I thought he was gonna fly the gorilla
when they threw him off.
That's
bro.
what. Yeah,
Waking Wild. Yes,
bro, that was
crazy.
Nuts, innovative, bro. That was good. That was thinking on their feet or whenever they thought of that. That was pretty good, bro.
Whatever they thought of, that was fire.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, all the above, Jackie. Yeah, great question, Wise Man.
Yeah, bro, we appreciate you, Wise Man. We appreciate you for just thinking on your feet.
Yeah, that's good.
As we finish this one up. But gentlemen, let's go ahead and close this one out, man. This one has been fun. It is the first of 2024, and this one has been a good time. And we look forward to bringing y'all this a little bit more, and we're excited for new things to come on this here show. And hopefully we are keeping it as entertaining as we can for you. And we hope that y'all like, share, and subscribe, all the things, and tell us what you want to see here and want us to talk about. So, Griff, let the people know where they can find you, brother.
Yes, sir. IG Griff Nation 84, and also X, formerly known as Twitter, and C Griff 84.
Coach, let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, there's Coach Montay 24 at IG. Yep. So as Jackie said, we'll continue to give you entertaining content. We're having fun. This is great to catch up in the new year and let's get it rolling. So yeah, we appreciate y'all. Let's keep it going.
And you can hit up BDixx on Cash App. You can find him at BDixx989. And he's also on Instagram, as he says, somewhere. So, find him. He's on there somewhere. I am Jackie Miles. You can find me on Instagram and X at Jackie Miles 42. You can find us all on Instagram at Ebony Championship Wrestling, and you can find us on X at Ebony Champ Rest. We couldn't afford the link. So we appreciate all of the love and support that y'all have shown to us, and we hope that y'all like, share, and subscribe to these videos, and hopefully we can continue to bring you the entertaining conversations that we have brought to you. This is Ebony Championship Wrestling signing off, but Coach, let them know.
We never tapping out.
We are not tapping out. We'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a good night.